Jason Arday was Cambridge's youngest black professor. He has now resigned following allegations of plagiarism. He started out with global development delay and autism, which he said prevented him from speaking until the age of 11 and learning to read and write at 18. And he had a meteoric rise through academia. But following investigations from Dave Harris, from the Times Higher Education, journalists and others, he has been accused of plagiarism and making up, or at least having errors about his background information. Others have pointed out that they feel that this is a bit of a witch hunt. For example, Professor Kehinde Andrews or Lord Simon Woolley or the Good Law Project, seeing this as a coordinated attack on a significant or symbolically significant black academic. But what is the truth? The Times Higher Education looked into his 2015 PhD thesis and found identical passages with another student from 2009, Paula Zodiac Myers, and the work looked identical. You could also talk about people like Nathan Cofnas, who ran his work through artificial intelligence software. But there's a caveat here. Nathan Cofnas is somebody who really dislikes the idea of increasing representation in higher education, somebody himself who was also dismissed in 2024 in relation to his rigid views about race and intelligence. He's somebody who believes that if you're black or you're white or you're brown or you're any sort of skin tone, then that can determine how intelligent you are. It's not necessarily about your brain, but about your race and your genes, something which is discredited by most modern work in genetics. And this makes people wonder whether or not this really is fair or an attack. The International Center for Academic Integrity finds that there's a degree of plagiarism already existing in students' work, about 30 to 40% if you're talking about undergraduate students. And in terms of self-reported numbers, this drops to around 2 to 3% for PhD students. But it, in meta-analyses, shows up as far higher than that, about 20 to 30%. We know in the UK that black professors make up about 1.1% of the academic body, despite black people making up over 3% of the population. But ultimately, what do you think? Is it plausible to you that he claimed to have run 30 marathons in 35 days with injuries and extreme pain management, that he went and volunteered for a water aid abroad despite them saying that they don't send volunteers there, that he was a visiting professor to certain institutions like the University of Glasgow despite denials, or that many of the claims that he has made have been edited or corrected over time? He says that he is under tremendous pressure and that this is a threat to himself and his family, and that's why he's stepping away from public life. And the University of Cambridge has announced an investigation, whereas the Liverpool John Moores University previously cleared him of wrongdoing. But you make up your own mind. What do you think? Let us know down below. You can follow Novo for more if you found this useful, and support our work from £1 a month on Patreon and help us reach 1,000 supporters.